Have you ever been so afraid that you felt paralyzed, unable to move forward? What if I told you you're not alone in your battles? Picture this. King Jehoshaphat, a ruler of great power and influence, frozen by fear as he stared out at a vast enemy army. His heart pounded in his chest, his mind raced with thoughts of defeat. His people, the inhabitants of Judah and Jerusalem, watched in trepidation, their faith wavering. Just when all seemed lost, a figure emerged from the crowd. His name was Jahaziel, son of Zechariah, a man touched by the divine. He carried with him a message, not of war strategy or tactical advice, but of hope and courage. A message that would change the course of this battle, and indeed, the course of their lives. In the face of overwhelming odds, Jahaziel delivered an unexpected message to the king. And so, the power of faith began to reveal itself. In the midst of fear and trepidation, Jahaziel, guided by the Spirit of the Lord, stepped forward with a prophecy. In the tense atmosphere that had enveloped King Jehoshaphat and all who lived in Judah and Jerusalem, Jahaziel, son of Zechariah, became a beacon of divine intervention. His prophecy, not of his own words but those imparted by the Lord, carried a message of profound reassurance. He relayed the Lord's words to King Jehoshaphat, affirming, "Do not be afraid or discouraged, because of the vast army." The battle, he explained, was not the king's to fight. This was a battle that God himself would take on. Jahaziel's prophecy served as a divine promise, a declaration that they were not alone in their struggles. The Lord was with them, ready to fight their battles and protect them from harm. A powerful divine intervention, a message of hope and faith, had been delivered. But how did King Jehoshaphat respond? King Jehoshaphat, faced with Jahaziel's prophecy, had a decision to make. His kingdom was on the brink of war, and fear was a tempting choice. But instead, he chose faith. He trusted in the words of Jahaziel, a trust rooted in the divine reassurance that the battle was not his to fight alone, but God's. With this faith, he marched his people down against the enemy, not to fight, but to witness. They stood firm, watched, and waited. And without lifting a single weapon, victory came. It was a triumph not of swords and shields but of courage, trust, and divine intervention. In the face of fear, King Jehoshaphat chose faith. He realized that the battle was not his but God's, and so he overcame his fear. His story is a reminder to us all that in our moments of fear, we are never alone. Our battles are not ours to fight alone but are shared with the divine,